What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 14, Episode 3. The episode is titled, The Tea is Served. Bleh. When I tell you this was a good-ass episode, this episode was hilarious. So before we just jump into the review, you guys, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on my channel and are not subscribed to my channel, then I'm gonna need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know you can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, sharing the video, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's discuss the Real Housewives of Atlanta, shall we? Oh, this episode was hilarious. Alright, you guys, so I'm going to start up with Sanya, because Sanya didn't have much in this episode. Sanya and Ross. I like Sanya and Ross. So, their son, Deuce, he's so cute. So, it is Brooklyn's birthday in this episode, and she's going to be 3 years old. And, yeah, she's 3 years old. So, Deuce, they said Deucey, shows how you going to give Brooklyn her gift. And so he handed Sanya the gift, and he did a little thing, and I was like, oh, that is so cute. So we do find out a little bit more about Sanya and Ross. So I didn't know this, but I guess I wouldn't because I don't ever go to Austin. But Sanya and Ross have a chauffeur business down in Texas. So they have one here in Texas, in Austin. I don't know. I have to look it up if I ever go to Austin. They have a chauffeur business. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Ross just got back from Austin. They did, with the pandemic, they did lose some people. So when he went down there, he had to, wear multiple hats. So that's really pretty much it for Sanya and Ross, you guys. It ain't nothing else for me to talk about. So we're going to pause here, and I'm going to move forward. Next up, let's talk about Drew, you guys. Now, I told you guys that I do like Drew, but I can also admit that Drew can be quite draining and quite annoying. Much like that assistant Anthony, because Drew asked, what do we think about Anthony on Twitter last night? Girl, he's annoying as fuck. Get rid of him. I don't ever want to see Anthony ever again on this show. Please fire him. And much like how extra he was when Candy came over to the crib, he's still extra. I'm like, Drew, you do realize that he is only using you so he can be on television, right? Like, Drew, that is obvious. And still, I'm going to ask the question one more time. What the fuck does Drew need with all those goddamn assistants for? Why does Drew need so many assistants? I just don't understand it. But Drew, yes, please fire him. Please fire him. And I'm an extra person, right? I'm extra, read all about it, right? I know my personality is extra. But I could just never, he just gives thirsty and desperate. That would never be me. So, Drew tells him about her first time when she met Sheree. And the first time she met Sheree was at Marlowe's archive event. And she told her, she introduced herself and Ralph to Sheree. And, Ralph said, I hope you heard, she's heard a lot about them. She said, hopefully it was all good. And Sheree was being shady, but hey, it is what it is. I don't really care. So then Anthony is talking about the fact that he cut ties with Sheree because Sheree don't like to pay people. Now, Sheree, I don't know how you can be upset about that because, girl, that has been in the blogs for years about you. I mean, that is why it took you so long to get Chateau Sheree built. I'm pretty positive that's why it took you so long to get them joggers, September, Spring, Summer out, and She by Sheree. So, Sheree, yeah, let's stop playing, girl. You seem like, I'm a cheap ass motherfucker, but damn, I ain't that cheap to where I can't pay. Like they say, she like to bargain and barter with people. Girl, this is not the modern times. Well, this is not, the old times, right? So, Drew got a call from Sanya. So, Sanya got hit by an 18-wheeler and it drug her car. So Drew and that extra ass assistant went to go pick her up. I was like, oh God, girl, drop him off on the side of the road. Because I just don't. Drew, let this be his last scene. Please let this be his last scene of Real Housewives of Atlanta. I need this to be his last scene. I don't ever want to see him on my television screen ever again. But you guys, let's pause here and move forward. Alright, you guys, so next up we see Kandi Burruss. So we see Kandi and she's talking to her agent. So he's telling her that the ticket sales went up for the play Thoughts of a Colored Man. I think that's the name of the play, you guys. Correct me in the comment section if I am wrong. So Kandi is telling him that she wants to do some gift boxes to some influencers so that she can get more attention on the show. Hey, Kandi, you forgot to... No, I'm just playing. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But you forgot an influencer with your Kandi and a Gang because I review your show. But hey, I'm just... this is a joke. You know, I reviewed Kandi and the Gang for you guys and for myself. So I didn't go into it thinking I would get anything out of it. So I'm just joking. I am just joking. So so yeah. But I mean, it would have been nice to get a box, but hey, it is what it is. There's no hard feelings. I love Kandi and the Gang, and if we get a season 2 of Kandi and the Gang, I am still going to review Kandi and the Gang. So it's no hard feelings as whatsoever. It is what it is. Life goes on, and I still have a great love for Kandi, and even with Kandi and the Gang, I have a new appreciation for Don Juan. So no hard feelings at all. So we also find out that Kandi also tells her manager, Nick, I think that's his name. She told him that she invited the girls up to New York, and that's when Sheree went to go see Tyrone in Philly, but he kind of ditched her. We'll get there next week or sometime soon, right? So we also find out that Kandi auditioned for this role where she'll play a lesbian, and I was like, oh, okay, kind of up your alley, just a little bit. So Todd comes in, and Nick asks Todd how does he feel about Kandi having a sexual scene with a woman. Now, see, Todd is out here for that, but Todd had such a big issue with her being on The Chi and being with Duda. It's not real, Todd. You do know that. Speaking of which, The Chi is coming back June 23rd or the 24th or something like that. And it's really interesting to me that the Sunday shows are now moving to Fridays. Like, it's very interesting. The Chi is moving to Friday nights, and so is P-Valley. So my question is, because with P-Valley, I used to watch P-Valley early Sunday morning, and that's why you guys would get the review when you got the review. So I'm wondering, when it comes to them moving to Fridays, is it going to be available at midnight? Because I don't want to. I mean, I go out to eat on Friday nights, and I don't want to be at home. I love P-Valley, but I don't want to be at home watching it. And with The Chi, you guys, I got to really pray on it if I want. I've been saying that I don't want to review The Chi this season, but we'll see, because I don't have a lot of scripted shows this summer, and I want some scripted stuff on this channel as well as reality. And the only thing scripted that I'll have this summer, if I drop The Chi, will be Sisters and P-Valley, and I want a little bit more than that. So Kandi is talking to Todd. Now, mind you, I'm like, did y'all realize that y'all still on the phone with Nick and y'all having this whole conversation about... So Todd has this project that Kandi is not a part of, producer-wise, right? And Kandi says, well, you just wanted me to be the talent, and you told me that I could write the theme song. I was like, well, damn, Todd. So Todd did tell us that this show got picked. Well, they filmed the pilot, and it's in the works right now. So congratulations to Todd. Now, what I will say though, Todd, because I heard what you said, buddy, and I'm gonna listen. I hear you. I receive what you're saying. So whenever I mention Todd and Kandi, I'm not gonna make a joke about Todd. I'm not gonna make, because I think he resents when he does things and people mention Kandi in it, which I don't really do that, but I do call him Todd Burrs Tucker, huh? Ooh. So yeah, and I just did it right then, didn't I? Sorry, Todd. So yeah, going forward, buddy, I'm not gonna make any jokes about you. Speaking of Todd, congratulations are in order to Todd, because Todd and Carlos King's show on BET presents the Encore. They got renewed for a second season, so congratulations to Todd and to Carlos for that one. And you guys know we had a good time last summer with BET presents the Encore, so season 2 is coming soon. I don't know how soon is, but you guys know I'm interested in it, and I'm ready for season 2, you guys. But that's it. Let's pause here and move forward. Right, guys, so next up we got Sheree. So we see Sheree is working out with her trainer. The one thing that I gotta say about Sheree is Mama's body is on point. And I've been looking at Sheree in her interview looks, because she has this blouse on where it's a deep cut V, right? And you can see her breast. And I was looking, I'm like, has Sheree got implants? Because I don't ever see, the thing is with Sheree, I don't ever remember Sheree ever wearing things in her confessionals or her interviews where her breasts were out. And I'm like, Sheree must have got her titties done. I know Sheree got some work done, but I'm like, did Sheree get her boobs done? I was looking like, did Sheree get her boobs done? But again, she got a banging body. Yeah, because that one where deep cut V, her boobs are out. And then the one with that ugly, I don't know where she looked like a cone head with the hair sticking up. She had a top on, and her boobs are kind of smushed together. And even in that one where it's strapless, her boobs are once again smushed together. So I'm like, Sheree must have got breast implants, and she's showing them off. Nothing's wrong with that. They look nice. So they're talking about Marlo's lay archive, and Marlo is telling her feelings about the girls talking about it. Marlo, you know these girls gonna always shade you, so I don't know why you got in your feelings about it, but hey, she did. So Marlo's talking about the fact that she wants to work, with Tyler Perry. I'm like, that could, and I know some shows that Marlo's fashions would look really exceptional on. Sisters, Andy would be, well, Andy's too short, so I don't know if Andy can necessarily wear Marlo's clothes. Karen Moore from the Oval, we could put her in some of Marlo's clothes. We could put Karen, especially with her being the first lady. We could put her in from the Oval. We could put her in some. We could put Fatima from Sisters in some. Baby, we could put, somebody that needs a fashion makeover on Tyler Perry's show? Danny from Sisters. Danny, oh, you know what? That would be perfect. Tyler, reach. God damn it. Why am I giving Tyler ideas and why? But I'm putting money. So, Marlo and Tyler. So, I'm brokering a deal for both of y'all. I'm brokering a deal. I need a cut. Marlo, reach out to Tyler because Danny from Sisters needs a fashion makeover, and your fashions would fit Danny to a T. I would love your fashions on Danny. So if y'all do that, remember where the idea came from. Jbsayzwhat. And Tyler, I know you be watching videos, so go ahead and say, yeah, I got you. So we found out that Cairo is working at Tyler Perry Studio in the costume department. So Marlo asks Sheree for some advice, and with her sons. And Sheree's like, you're doing a good job. So then Marlo says that she and Michael are taking acting classes. Now, I'm not even going to shade Marlo because I always get it wrong too. Is it IMDb? IMBD? Is it IMDb? See, IMBD? IDMB? IMBD? IDMB? You guys are correct me in the comment. Is it IMBD or is it IDMB? IMBD? IDMB? IMBD? What the hell does it even stand for? IDMB. No, IMBD. IMBD. It's one of those. So Marlo, we on the same page. I don't know how to pronounce it. You don't know how to pronounce it. So Marlo brings up Candy talking about Sheree. Now Sheree, I don't know how you and your feelings about the situation with Candy. Now granted, Candy has been being a little mess box, right? But did you have a conversation? Okay, so from season 9 and season 10, when the Portia and Phaedra situation, did you tell Kim? Did you tell her that? Oh no. How about season 10 when you sat down and had that conversation with Kim, and Kim was talking about her? Did you tell her that? No. Okay. So pot meet kettle. Now I will say, When it comes to Marlo and Kenya, I'm over those two already. Over them and they drama. It's stupid, it's repetitive, it's boring. Let's pause here, wrap up the episode. So, Kenya. Now, I will say one thing about Kenya. I do love the fact that Kenya, she is a doting mother towards Brooklyn. And I love seeing that side of Kenya as opposed to the messy side of Kenya. I like seeing her with Brooklyn. So she's having a third birthday party for Brooklyn. It's a tea party. Child, when that woman said it's 10 to 15, I was like, 10 to 15 what? She said 10 to 15. I'm like, is that people? She said no, it's 10 to $15,000. I'm like, for a 3-year-old? Ooh, baby, how times have changed. Okay. Now, I will say, Kenya, I do feel bad for you with this whole Mark situation, girl. You know Mark ain't doing a lick of shit. I feel bad for Kenya because of what Mark is doing to her. Mark is being an asshole with this divorce. Kenya, you do know he wants money from you, right? He can say it all day, every day that he doesn't want money from you. That's what he wants. And the fact that he wants things that she had prior to the marriage, I'm like, dude, what the hell? That is, I know he wants some money from her business as well as her house. Bruh, that ain't got nothing to do with you. Move on with your life. Either take spouses, if you want spousal support, say that. It's fine. We'll crack a jokes on you because we're talking about you broke, but you know what? I ain't gonna do that. I just don't like how he's doing Kenya. But Kenya, here's one thing that I will say for you. Next season, can we be done with this whole Mark storyline? Because I'm really tired of it. So then we see the party. All the ladies showed up late not to the kid's birthday party. So Sheree is telling her feelings about Drew, and I'm like, Drew didn't do anything. It's that messy ass assistant, right? Okay. So we see Monyetta Shaw. She's at the party. So Kenya met Monyetta through Candy, but she knew her before that. So what threw me and had me dying laughing when Kenya went to go get Brooklyn, and you saw Candy and Blaze come in there. Blaze has a face just like Kavia James. That little, because when Candy and Blaze walked in there, Blaze looked like she was pissed. I think Candy said something about her nap, because I'm like, girl, she looked like she was still in that nap, because Blaze did not look happy. But Candy, Blaze, and some little Asian baby came in. So we move on. Kenya tells the ladies to write down the best tea you have on someone. I said, no, Kenya, we are not about to do this. Kenya said, yes, we are. I was like, okay, girl, it's not going to end well. She's like, I know that. I'm like, oh, okay, well, you do what you want to do. So, Little Deuce wasn't here for that. Ooh, my mama would have whooped my ass. My mama would have popped me if I was, like, my mama would have grabbed me and said, shut up and sit down. You embarrassing me. My mama would have done that to me. Don't make me whoop you. Don't make me pull off my belt. My mom would have been one of those. So these questions that Kenya was asking about Brooklyn. When did Brooklyn what month did Brooklyn walk? What is Brooklyn's middle name? What was Brooklyn's first words? I couldn't tell you nothing but her middle name. And I would say it the same way Candy did. Well, I said it was your grandmother's name, Doris. So then we get to the shady game. So Monyetta went, and she talked about the fact that she got breast implants. So then Candy goes. So Candy went, and she pulled her card. And Candy sucks dick in locker room. Now, who wrote this? Which one of y'all want to own up to this? Who wrote this? I have never, ever, let me get it right. I have never in my life sucked dick in a locker room. Ever. Never, ever. Never. So Candy has never sucked dick in a locker room. Now, Sheree, when you sat there and said that she sucked, what's the big deal about sucking dick in the locker room when she sucked it everywhere else? How do you know where Candy sucked dick at? Have you been with her when she was sucking dick? Now, I will say, what is a big problem about sucking dick in a locker room? I mean, it's a little sweaty and stank, but I mean, it's a locker room. So then Kenya was reading a card that said, They went to the late archive site and it was empty. There was no content there. So Marlo says, well, you have to email us, and if we think that you're a good fit for us, then we'll reach back out to you. So then Kenya mentions the fact that Marlo said, you said that I rented a Rolls Royce from somebody? Yeah, Lisa Ray. I don't even know Lisa Ray. Then Kenya says, well, Marlo, I heard that you... Nope, it wasn't the Rolls Royce. Kenya said that Marlo had a used Rolls Royce. I never had a used Rolls Royce. I bought mine off the lot. I'm like, so we're arguing about cars now. Okay. So the next one up was someone said that they don't pay their assistant. Well, that was obviously Drew about Sheree. So Sheree is in her feelings. And I'm like, Sheree, you're mad at Drew, but it was actually the assistant who said this. This is not on Drew. Like, I'm defending Drew, and I'm like, that was all. And then she said something about Candy. Like, you went and told Candy, and Candy went and told Marlo and Kenya. How was that Drew's problem? I'm kind of confused. How was that on Drew that Candy went and told Kenya and Marlo? How does that fall on Drew? Please explain that. But hey, they went back and forth, literally went back and forth with each other. Then Sheree's friend chimed in saying that the assistant told Sheree that Ralph is gay. Now, Drew, you going off on this woman talking about don't bring up your husband, but you didn't hear her when she said your husband was gay? And then you told him that you're going to put whatever his name is, Anthony, on probation. Girl, fire that nigga. Fire him. Period. Girl, fire that nigga. Fire him. Sheree and Drew. Now, Drew, when you put your hand in Sheree's face, I'm like, oh, girl, if she pop you, you asked for it. But that's the episode, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Leave your comments in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notifications. Share the video. And until next time, you guys, stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Remember, wash your hands, wear a mask, social distance, be blessed, and I will see you guys later.